club volleyball, and touring bands. Two customers Ram might have overlooked because they're marketing the ProMaster City to the commercial crowd. Coach Kelly and family drive from St. George to Salt Lake once a month.
Because we love volleyball and we love our daughter.
Compared to what we put in our trunk, yeah, there's tons of room.
Really cool. For our needs, 4 passengers and all of our stuff, this is convenient and comfortable.
Salt Lake band Bullets and Bells loaded it up for a gig, but this one was in town.
We just recently drove to Portland, Oregon. We're about to head out to the Bay Area.
And they're headed all over this summer.
We're not ready for a luxury bus yet. We really need something that captures both worlds, where it's small enough that we can use it and we can park it at various venues in various cities, but also is big enough that it can hold everybody and all of our gear.
I like it because it looks European.
It is based on a Fiat sold in Europe, though you wouldn't know it by the big turning circle. And let's not forget camping. With the seats folded down, you get an almost 6-foot floor, and it's really flat. It comes with all the basics.
Turn right.
Nav that took us to Jordan High School when we told it West Jordan, van class storage, and car class gas mileage, 21 city, 29 highway.
That's a big deal. You're traveling 600 miles a month minimum.
But can a commercial van be cool?
It depends who pours out of the van.
We could make anything cool.
Brian Champagne, Fox 13 News, Utah. The Rebel is a Ram 1500 with extra bad. Extra blacked out, extra special grille, extra big 33-inch tires, extra special seat pattern, and interior trim. And it'll do this for as long as you can afford it. It's extra good with technology features like integrated phone and help parking its badness. It goes off-road high to easy entry low with air suspension. It also has all the regular Ram utility. Now about that name, this is not the first vehicle to be called Rebel. This is a 1969 American Motors Rebel. But when Chrysler bought AMC in the 80s, they also bought the right to name anything they wanted after this fine steed. But AMC's influence doesn't stop there. The new Toyota Tacoma's chief engineer restores old AMCs.
One of the items I've learned from them is they have a 9/16 or a 5/8 inch bolt or a 1/2 inch bolt everywhere in the car, so you need 3 wrenches to take the car apart.
Swears followed that philosophy for the new Tacoma. He says you can take it apart with 3 wrenches.
It's a nightmare when you have to keep running back to the toolbox every time you need take out a different fastener.
Swears says for AMC, it was simplifying under a budget.
Commonizing parts, using the resources you had available was really the philosophy.
So the bummer with being extra bad could be extra tools. Brian Champagne, Fox 13 News, Utah. What does this restaurant, which makes Liège-style waffles, not the batter kind,
Takes 24 hours to make the dough.
have in common with this borrowed Mini and this borrowed Ram truck? Besides the imported ingredients, check out the waffle iron's decor.
Kind of going on industrial, modern design.
Co-owner Nathan Felton didn't go cheap on the details,
You feel comfortable when you come in a place that has attention to detail.
so we asked Felton to see if that's true in the Mini.
I like the power switch. Oh, that's nice. It kind of grows as the RPMs increase. It's nice to be able to push and move the physical buttons.
He didn't get to check out the Ram Laramie Longhorn with its barbed wire pattern mats and saddle and western trim throughout the interior. We took it to the airport and Costco with passengers. It was handy, but we didn't catch cowboy fever, though it showed a lot of attention to detail. Probably the most abused term in automotive marketing is fun to drive. They slap it on everything. But with the Mini, besides being able to tear up a canyon, everything you see and touch is fun.
It's all about the details for me, the small things that make the driving experience more enjoyable. Kind of the same thing we did here. We want people to recognize that we spend a lot of attention to detail. They'll see that in our design of the restaurant, and they'll know we put that same attention to detail into our food.
or the drive. Brian Champagne, Fox 13 News, Utah. So this happened. Dodge loaned us their Charger Hellcat.
I'm quite impressed.
You'd get a traffic ticket just seeing it parked there by itself. 707 horsepower.
707 is 123 more than 2 base Chargers. It has big fat Brembo brakes and programs for handling and power, including Eco mode that gets 26 mpg highway. Even with lots of nice extras, it's less than 71 grand. It's hard to even take it shopping and not get noticed.
Good lad, it sounded really nice.
With this kind of power, braking, and handling, the Hellcat can't be fully tested on the street, or by a guy like me.
So we took a little trip to Miller Motorsports Park, where the Hellcat had fans.
I'm actually on vacation today. They told me it was coming out, so I came back out to work.
Okay, copy that.
And professional driver and general manager Brian Smith.
It has a lot of capabilities. We were looking at the G's on the G meter. It's pulling 1.1 G's through the corner. It's got a really good stability control system. Even if you try to do something pretty dumb, it kind of brings you back to reality and says, maybe you don't want to do that after all.
It can smoke tires in 3rd gear. Smith calls it
awesome,
which means a lot coming from him.
I get a little spoiled in the things I've driven, so they have to rate really, really high to get to that level. We're heading your way.
A straight run at 146 miles per hour sealed the deal.
Brakes are huge. They worked really good. We used the brakes at the end of the straight pretty good, trying to go as far as we could down the straightaway. It's definitely a true performance car.
Brian Champagne, Fox 13 News, Utah.